All right, so Dead by Daylight just dropped some new stats, a small amount of stats, but we'll check them out real quick. This will be a fast video. So the Hillbilly went from a 54% kill rate to a 63% kill rate after they changed it from the overheat mechanic to the overdrive mechanic. And now his pick rate went from 2% to 8%. So he's like, as you can see right here, he's the most pick killer in the game right now. And then you got the killer pick rate. Billy at 8%, of course. Huntress at 7%, hasn't changed. And then you got Slinger at 6%. Everything else is kind of to be expected, but seeing Slinger up this high is actually kind of interesting because he didn't get any changes at all. Like, he received no buffs, he's received no reworks, he's received nothing. I don't know why he's all the way up at 6%, but, you know, it's definitely interesting. All right, and so we got skill check stats, which we've never got before. The date range is February 20th to March 20th, right? 70% of the skill checks hit were good, 23% were great, so that's 93%, and 7% were missed. So, kind of like I thought, survivors do not miss skill checks, right? The perks that cause the most missed skill checks, number 1 is Hex Huntress's Lullaby, and then the last place is Oppression, right? Which is kind of interesting because Huntress's Lullaby is just a regular skill check, just with the timing of the audible sound warning being off, and Oppression is actually a difficult skill check. It's the small one, like a brand new part, right? But a comment I made on the Dead by Daylight channel is that the data is heavily skewed by Doctor. I guarantee if Doctor wasn't in this game, Huntress's Lullaby would probably be at 3 to 4%, and things like Overcharge and Oppression would be way higher. Right, your actual difficult skill check prompts would be higher than the regular skill check prompts from like Merciless Storm or regular skill checks. Huntress's Lullaby are regular skill checks. Unnerving Presence are like half the size, but they're not the difficult skill checks. And then Overcharge and Oppression obviously are difficult skill checks, right? Says, have you ever thought about how many skill checks are hit or missed? It turns out 70% of all skill checks are good, 23% are great, and 7% are missed entirely. Among high MMR players, the number becomes 63% good, 33% great, and 4% missed, which is interesting. So obviously they miss even less at higher levels. It's only a what is that, a 3% difference? So new people don't miss skill checks and veterans don't miss skill checks, basically. It's been nearly 5 years since endgame collapse was introduced. Since then, it's been activated almost 1 billion times. Not quite yet. We're like, what, 8 million off? For those who find themselves on the hook at the end of the match, the outlook isn't very good. Nearly twice as many survivors die at the end of the match as are saved. So yeah, you got 412 million late game kills and 209 million late game saves. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to talk about this real quick. This was a fast video. The skill check perk data is essentially non-usable. It's basically completely worthless because Doctor is the only one using basically the majority of these perks, except for maybe Overcharge. Other killers might use Overcharge, right? But he's the one using Huntress's Lullaby the most, right? A Doctor is going to bring Huntress's Lullaby over Unnerving Presence. He's going to bring that over Oppression. He'll probably bring it in tandem with Overcharge and Merciless Storm, but yeah. So again, the data is skewed. I kind of just wanted to mention that real quick. So that was just a fast video, but yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully we get to see some more cool new stats in the future.